Hey y'all, I'm Alisa.
And I'm Samantha.
And welcome to Watch for Deer.
Hey y'all.
Hi y'all.
Oh, just got back. Alisa, where did you go with me?
We went to get her boobies checked.
It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and just so happened this is the month that I went and got my mammogram.
That's right.
So I'm going to tell you all about it. If you've not had one yet, I think you're supposed to get one starting when you're 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I had one a year and a half ago on the Bonnie bus. Now, I'm a little negative towards the Bonnie bus, and I'm going to tell you why. If that is the only way for you to get a mammogram, absolutely do it. But if you have another choice and you just want to get the Bonnie bus because it's close and convenient, don't. Go to the
center.
A breast center somewhere. And if you don't know what the Bonnie bus is here in West Virginia, it's a bus. It's a mobile mammogram bus.
Yeah.
But I had a mammogram a year and a half ago there, and I got a piece of paper that said that they found something, and it scared me.
Of course.
Bad. I was terrified. Well, the breast center here couldn't get the images back for 3 months. They had lost them, and of course my insurance wouldn't cover another mammogram. One. So it was 3 months of me thinking that something was wrong. It was awful.
Yeah.
So I finally got all that and got the all clear. So this is my, another one. You're supposed to have one like every year.
Yeah.
So we went and I took you with me. But normally you go in, if you've not had one, takes no time. I mean, I was in and out of there in, 15 minutes maybe?
I'd say less than. It seems like it was quick.
They put you in this dressing room and you had to take your bra off and your shirt. And then they give you this cape that just snaps like up at the top of the neck, and it's open, but it's very big, so you can wrap yourself up. If you wear deodorant, they give you a wipe. You have to take your deodorant off. Yep. I don't know why, but they do.
The aluminum in the deodorant.
Is that what
It'll show up on it can mess with the image.
Okay. So I had to take my deodorant on everything, and you go, and there's this big, tall machine, and it looks like it's got two clear plastic plates.
The booby squishers.
The booby squisher, and they put that in front of you, and they squish your boobies.
Yep. And
normally it doesn't hurt. The left one hurt a little bit because they did a lot of squishing on it because I have dense breast tissue there.
Yeah.
And they squeeze down. They tell you to hold your breath. They take the images, and that's it. And then you call tomorrow, or your doctor will get your results. And usually if you go your first time, you don't freak out because they probably are going to call you back.
Yep, they did me.
They're going to call you back because they don't have anything to go by.
Yeah.
So they're going to call you back. That's what happened to me, but it was just a lot. But we went and did that. So go get your boobies checked. Take a friend with you.
Check
I took
the
Alisa.
tatas.
We went and did that, and then my friend Michelle had given me some stuff for my classroom. We did that, and then we went to lunch, and here we are.
And we're going to record because today is Columbus Day, and I do not have to work today, and she is off work today.
I know.
And it's really hard for us to get together every week and record, as most of you notice.
Yeah, so
here
we are.
At this point in time, my goal is to get 2 episodes a month out.
We're doing our best.
We are doing our best. I really, it's just so hard to do the research and read a book and then write the story, because I could copy and paste something from Wiki or the internet, but what's the fun in that?
There's no fun in that.
There's no fun in that. I want to do research. I want to do adequate research, and I want to give a good story. So if you have to wait 2 weeks between episodes, it's just what you got to do.
Yeah,
you'll just appreciate us that much more.
You get what you get.
Get what you get,
and you don't throw fit.
That's right.
And so this past Saturday was at the Marshall game.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Well, let me tell you. I will say that I had a little bit too much to drink. I went and we were tailgating, and I didn't eat anything. And that was my first mistake. And I've been on a diet, so my calories and stuff have been super low. So I did have a little bit too much to drink. And then, to make a long story short, you know how, if you were ever picked on or mistreated or whatever, like when you were younger, that scars you and you remember it forever.
Yeah, it's embedded in your brain.
Okay, so this guy Bob, we're going to call him Bob. His name's not Bob. But this guy Bob, I see him. And immediately, all of that awful stuff that he used to do just came
triggered
back.
It triggered you.
It wasn't awful like
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not that. I'll tell you what he did.
But just being an asshole.
He was just being a turd. Like, he was a turd to me.
Yeah.
I worked at Walmart, and I would get on the intercom. Back then, you did intercoms a lot. Like, there wasn't, they had walkie-talkies, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
And he is not, I guess he's not from, like, around here, because he always made fun of the way that I spoke. And when I would get on the intercom, and I would holler for this guy, Mike, right? I get on there, and his name was Mike, but I'm going to make up a last name. I'm going to say Smith. That's not his name. So if you know Mike Smith, I apologize. That's just a generic name. But I would get on the intercom at Walmart, and I would say, Mike Smith, you're needed in cosmetics or whatever. He was my boss, like if we needed something. Then immediately, Bob would get on the intercom, and he'd go, Mike Smith, and he would laugh. And every time he would pass me, he would repeat something that I had said, making fun of me, because
he's the douche.
But he made me feel like I was less than him because of my accent.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I quit Walmart, and I told him to shove it. And two, this is when I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
And eventually went back to school and got my teaching degree because I'm smart.
Right.
And just because I say Mike does not mean that I am uneducated.
Right.
I am really smart and really good at things.
You are.
And so that made me mad. Back to this Saturday. I'd had one too many cans of wine. And I'm standing there, and I see Bob, and everything that he ever did to me come flooding back. Every single thing. And I turned to my friend Amy, and I was like, oh, look, there's Bob. So much so that Amy knows exactly who he is and knew what I was talking about, right? She was like, uh-huh. And I was like, I think I'm going to go tell him off. And she was like, do it. I was not horrible to him. I was not horrible to him.
That you think.
That thing. I mean, I did have quite a bit to drink. But, I mean, I told him exactly how he made me feel.
Well, that's good.
How awful he was. And that he acted like he was better than me. And lo and behold, we're standing in the exact same spot. We're up in the box at the game, right? Standing there right beside of him. And then I left, went back down, and took my seat. And I felt better.
But it makes you feel better.
He needed to know that.
He needed to know how bad, he hurt you.
Hurt me. It was relentless. Alisa, it was relentless.
See, like the last episode we did, there's a difference between being an asshole and being a bully.
Yeah.
That's a bully.
And he just did it, and I didn't feel like, because he was a manager too. Bob was a manager.
Oh.
He wasn't like me, like a peon.
I'd have slapped an HR issue on him quick.
He was a manager too. So, I couldn't do I could do something, and I'd side-eye him and stuff like that.
Things were different back then too.
Right, and also my age had a lot to do with it. I was young.
Yeah.
I was young.
You didn't know what you could and couldn't do.
I had this guy being a dick.
Yeah.
So anyways, just so you all know, I told Bob off.
I love it. If anybody has video of that Marshall game with a woman, probably with her finger in somebody's face going, burr, 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 burr. I'd like to see that, please.
Also, there's one other person, too. There's one other person that I worked with that has it coming.
Ooh.
If I ever see him, they have it coming.
I love it. That's fun.
Yeah, it was.
There you go, Bob. Yeah. Hope you had a good weekend.
I mean, Bob, I know I told him, I said, I want the best things for you in life, but I just want you to know that you made my life a living hell.
You are a dick.
I hated coming to work. I was afraid to say anything because I knew as soon as I said something, like if I said Mike or something like that, you were going to spit back my words in my face as a derogatory thing to make me feel like I was less than you, uneducated, and dumb. Yep. Well, guess what, buddy? I'm not.
Yep.
Mike. You know what? I hope you're listening to this. Mike. Kiss my ass.
Mike. Bob.
Just kiss my ass.
Bob. Kiss it.
Bob. I feel better now.
I like it. That's
swear,
a great way to start an episode.
I'm actually still kind of so mad at him that I may do that again. What if every time I pass him, I haven't seen him in 20 years, wouldn't it be funny if I saw him all the time now?
Just lit him up every time.
No, just every time I pass him and he looks my way, I flip him off and turn my head.
Yeah. Or be like, Mike.
Yeah. I feel better. A middle-aged Samantha totally took care of young Samantha.
That's right. That's right.
She took care of him.
That's right. She did.
Yeah.
She put him in his place.
Yeah. Mike.
I just wish I was there to see it.
Yeah, I do kind of wish you were there to see it.
I wish I was there to see it. So I have nothing fun to talk about at all.
Nothing. Hold on. I do. Hold on one second.
Oh, homecoming. I mean, I do have. Zoe had her homeschool homecoming. I'm trying to get this to work so I can hear. I'm about to take my headsets off because we got this connection in our headsets. Like it wants to, I don't know, something with a Y splitter.
Yeah.
Somebody send me a new Y splitter that works.
You know the guy, do you know Guy Ferrari?
Yes.
Ferrari.
No,
it's Ferrari.
Ferrari.
I don't know what his name is.
I know, the guy
He's got the bleach blonde hair.
Yeah,
and
I know who he is.
He wears his sunglasses on the back of his head.
Yeah.
Apparently, he had 2 truckloads of tequila, like $1 million worth of tequila, that was just gone. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
They don't know what happened. So they were taking this tequila from wherever it was made, and shipped across the United States to whatever state it was going to.
Yeah.
And he gets a call, and he was like, the other guy on the phone, he was like, "Hey, the tequila's gone." He's what do you mean? What do you mean
what?
It's gone? Right? What do you mean it's gone? It's gone. So apparently, to deliver that, they contracted that job out, right?
Okay.
And the people that they contracted to do it contracted it out also to make money, and maybe contracted it again. And then they don't know actually who had the contract, and $1 million worth of tequila just disappeared.
That's fun.
So you may be able to get some cheap Guy Fieri tequila floating around. Because apparently there's like tens of thousands of bottles of it floating around somewhere. It's just gone.
I bet you find that on eBay or
It's just
Poshmark.
gone. It's just gone. I don't know how you lose that. How do you lose that?
Actually, I did have something I wanted to talk about briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Have you finished the Ed Gein story?
Okay.
We're going to cover Ed at some point in the future, and I just want to give you my perspective on it as a true crime junkie. While the Netflix series kept me super entertained, it was really hard for me to watch because I was like, that didn't happen. That's embellished. That didn't happen. That's dumb.
Okay, so let me tell you how far I got.
It's not, I mean, it's so embellished for TV.
I have made it through 5 episodes. I plan on watching another episode today. There's 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And I have Scott watching it with me because it scares me. And
It should.
I'm not capable of sitting through it all at one time. Like, my anxiety was up so high the other night. I got through half an episode, and I told Scott, I was like,
You
I
had
had
to
to turn it
stop.
off.
Yeah.
So I started the day it came out, like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I'm on episode 5. I'm going to try to watch another episode. And I don't know anything about Ed Gein, so I don't know what's embellished and what's not.
Right.
But I can't imagine if he actually did all that, what part could they be embellishing that disturbs you? Did he wear that woman's face?
I think what I'm going to do, because this is so fresh and so trending right now, I may actually put the story I'm currently writing to the side and actually work on maybe the next story that I do to be Ed Gein, because I feel like there's so much misinformation that was put into the Netflix documentary that I feel like I just need to educate everyone. Yes, he was a horrible person. Yes, he made furniture out of skin. He absolutely did that. Yes, he did. And there's a lot of it that has true, but a lot of it has been embellished for TV.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that, and they kind of romanticized him, and
I didn't feel one bit romanticized.
Well, towards the end, it's almost like Ryan Murphy is trying to get you to have some sort of sympathy for Ed.
Well, I mean,
so, yeah, but we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to cover Ed probably sooner than later.
It's, if you've watched it, like it's gross to me, and his little voice that Charlie, what's his name, Hunan uses. It's weird. He was like, "Mother, yes, mother, yes, mother, mother, I met this girl, Mother. I'm like, did he really talk like that?
He didn't talk like that, but he was a very strange individual. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm just gonna have to do.
Did
the
he
story.
just dig up? Like, was it just bodies too? Like, did he kill? He did kill some people, right?
He did kill a few people.
Did he like to wear panties and bras?
He did. He did like to wear panties and bras. He did that. He liked that. He did dig up bodies.
I don't know how can he do that? How did he do that on his own? How did he do it on his own, Alisa?
I mean,
how did he do it on his own? Dead weight. Tell me how he did it on his own.
I mean, I don't know, but
did he have a winch? I don't even want to think about it.
But I'll work on that story. Maybe you can do one after this one, and that gives me a couple weeks to put Ed Gein down on paper. So
okay, if I'm doing one, it's gonna be sunshines and rainbows. So you're getting ready for Sammy's happy hour.
Well, we might need a happy hour after this story.
You told me at dinner that I was going to love it.
You are going to love it.
You said it with a smile on your face. You said, no, seriously, you're going to be okay.
You are going to be okay.
Because my anxiety has been through the roof here lately.
I'm very aware.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to do not sunshines and rainbows, but not completely, totally morbid.
Storm clouds and a little bit of rain?
Yeah. No rainbows. Okay. So,
is the guy's name in this? Is it Mike?
Actually, I think there is a mic in this.
Hush up. Is there really?
There is a mic in here.
Okay.
So, today I want to talk about IHOP.
I love IHOP.
No, not that IHOP. I want to talk about IHOPKC, the International House of Prayer, Kansas City.
Is this a cult?
So, what am I talking about here?
Mm-hmm.
It is best known for the Global Prayer Room, which is run continuously with live worship teams since September 19th of 1999 and broadcasts via its website and YouTube channel. So IHOPKC is a evangelical, and it affirms historic pre-millennialism. Millennialism. Oh, hello. Say that word.
Where's it at?
Pre-millennialism, right? Millennialism.
It's pre-millennialism.
That word. Pre-millennialism. Yeah, that word. That's what it does.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, IHOPKC places great importance on the practices of Bible study, prayer, worship, fasting, and works of justice.
Mm-hmm.
So, the International House of Prayer, Kansas City, which I'm going to call it IHOPKC.
Every time you say that, I want a pancake.
I know. I love IHOP. And I knew you'd, when I said IHOP, you were going to go straight for the pancakes.
Now I want a maple syrup.
So that's why I was like, no, not pancakes. So this organization, it's not usually considered a cult, but it has been widely described as having cult-like characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
While its theology is aligned with mainstream evangelical and charismatic Christianity, former members and critics have reported serious issues, including an authoritative leadership.
You're struggling.
I'm struggling today.
Why? And
there's no wine.
We didn't even drink wine today
there's no
because
wine.
it's in the middle of the day and we've been out and we just didn't want to.
We're just not on it. So, including an authoritative leadership structure and a culture of spiritual abuse. So again, what defines a cult? Now remember, we've covered a few of these types of organizations, such as Heaven's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
We covered that in episode 66.
Mm-hmm.
We went through Jonestown.
Mm-hmm.
We did that episode 55.
Mm-hmm.
We covered Love is One Cult.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Episode 19.
Is that my favorite? Is that Amy?
I think so. The Amy Carlson story.
Yeah,
the Love Has Won.
Yeah.
We also did the Twin Flames, which is actually still in
so
operation.
Mad. I swear, Twin Flames make me so mad. They got people cutting their junk off for nothing.
Yes, and that you can listen to on episode 12. So the cult aspect is not new to us. We've covered a few of these.
Yeah, they wrapped Amy Carlson up in Christmas lights and left her in
her
there. Her
mummified body in the bed.
And she was blue because she drank so much silver. If you've not listened to that,
go
jump over there.
That's episode 19. The Love Has Won.
Yeah,
that's a great. It's a great ride.
That one even has Dr. Phil in it and everything.
It's got a lot in that episode.
So
that episode has a lot.
It's the tiniest little cult.
tiniest little cult with big dreams.
Anyways, go ahead. I love a cult story.
So what defines a cult? So cult-like characteristics, they have that authoritative type leadership. So IHOPKC was controlled for a long time by its founder, Bickle. Mac, who was recently removed following allegations of sexual misconduct.
Well, not in a cult.
Not ever.
Not in a cult.
This created a culture of fierce loyalty to a single figure and a cult of personality around him.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual elitism. Some former members report that IHOPKC fostered a sense of spiritual superiority over all the outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
So those who left were often dismissed as being offended or selling out. They like to exhibit control and isolation. Former participants have described intense pressure to dedicate their lives entirely to IHOPKC, including through communal living arrangements and strict scheduling for prayer and worship. So we've seen a lot of this type of thing with the communal living arrangements in Jonestown in that cult, with the prayer and the worship. The ministry is accused of taking advantage of the young, vulnerable people and controlling their time and their finances.
That's how a cult works.
Absolutely. Questionable prophecy. The movement was heavily influenced by the Kansas City prophets and a narrative of unique prophetic insight known as the prophetic history.
Are you saying prophetic?
Prophetic. Like prophet. Prophetic.
Okay, prophetic.
This material was treated with a reverence equal to or greater than the Bible by some adherents and contained false prophecies and teachings. Moral and legal scandals. IHOPKC has been linked to several scandals, including the abuse allegation against its founder, Mac, and a murder-suicide incident connected to an offshoot group within the organization. Why some people don't call this a cult. So despite all of these internal issues, some observers, including those who actually question the organization's practices, hesitate to label it as a full-blown cult. Unlike groups like Jonestown that deviate on core religious doctrine, IHOPKC teachings on central Christian beliefs like the deity of Christ and salvation appear orthodox. So, here's a couple quotes from this guy. I read this book. It was, I've got it marked at the back. What was it? It was Some Said They Blundered by Bob Scott. So, you're going to hear me reference Bob Scott a lot because he wrote this book. He is no longer a part of...
Do you know how funny I think this is right now?
What?
Are you listening to yourself? I talked about Mike, and then I made up the name
Bob.
Bob.
Oh, my God. Shut up. Yes, you did. Mike and Bob. So, Bob
That's
and Mike...
weird.
That is very weird, actually, now that I think about it. Yes, that is weird.
It's very weird.
It's very weird. So I read the book by Bob.
Okay.
So Bob calls out Mike. And that's how...
And then Sam calls out Bob over Mike.
Yes. So a lot of this I gathered from, and I'll just kind of quote my sources really quick just because. So it was the book Some Said They Blundered by Bob Scott. I pulled up Wiki and I pulled up ministrywatch.com that talks about the abuse by Mike Bickle. So who exactly was Mike Bickle? Bob met Mike in the fall of 1975 in Estes Park, Colorado, during his time at Bible school. Bob was a brand new Christian being introduced to a whole new world at the time. Mike was loud, boisterous, seemingly needy to be the center of attention. His energy level was off the charts, and everyone knew that he had just blown into town. Again, all signs of a great cult leader. The charisma, the enthusiasm, all that. Mike grew up with several siblings, and they had alcoholic parents. The older siblings would demand absolute cultic-type loyalty from the younger ones. These false narratives tend to hide their family's dysfunction from their social circles. Lying, hiding, exaggeration, all that became the norm. Often, people raised in this family dynamic don't even realize that they're lying. It's their default setting, their version of normal. Mike was raised like this. It was how he survived. Instead of a good moral compass ingrained into him, he had the mentality to do whatever necessary to survive or build a type of normalcy. After they left the Bible school, Mike received an offer to pastor a church in a little rural town named Rosebud. Bob Scott visited in August of 1976 and ended up staying after Mike offered him a job of a youth pastor. There was one catch. There was no pay, and Mike asked if Bob would be a caregiver to his quadriplegic brother, Pat, who had wanted to move to Rosebud with his brother. Now, Bob quoted, Mike had a way, even back then, of somehow convincing you that even though all the sacrifice was on your end and for his benefit, that it was a God thing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're seeing these charismatic ways. Mike would also exhibit this chameleon-like behavior when under fire and in need of sanctuary. Scott remembers Mike as a master at creating vision and generating excitement. He seems to have a sixth sense about how to tell people just what they need to hear. He intrigued Scott. In this case, being able to build something which had their heart, their values, their vision, it grabbed Scott. He was so motivated by not wanting to be left out if God was, in fact, going to do something amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mike gets Bob to load up, and they go back to Kansas City, Missouri. They purchase a space that they cannot afford. They create the Kansas City Fellowship. Ironically, they never missed a payment on that building. Divine intervention? Nope, just a coincidence. Their church grew quickly because one of the key leaders at IHOP Fellowship in Kansas City, which was one of the other churches in the area, had recently gotten into trouble and people started moving to KCF. So that it was really just luck was on their side.
Mm-hmm.
If I think if that church wouldn't have gotten into trouble and the members wouldn't have been, at each other's throats, then they probably would have had to let the building go. The whole concept of KCF was intense prayer and fasting, preaching on the end times. Shortly after moving into their new building, in May of 1983, Bob says, we held a 21-day fast. Dazed and emaciated people, wrapped in blankets, wandered around the complex, sipping from water bottles. Understandably, their corporate neighbors in the building next door had a meltdown, as this was what their customers was frequently encountering. Everyone was sure we were a cult. Our days there were numbered. Bob had known Mike since they were in their late teens, but he always felt there was a wall between them that kept him from really getting to know Mike. One day, Bob asked Mike, why don't you have any close friends? He said he looked at him and he was so puzzled. So he elaborated. I've known you for nearly a decade and noticed you have no real close friends or people that you open up to. He said he looked at me with the most mindless expression and coldly replied, it has served me well. No matter how hard Bob tried to bond with Mike and get him to open up, he would just flat out deny any attempts. He'd never let anybody see his true self.
Mm-hmm.
He says, looking back now after the 2023 incident that came out about Mike Bickle, which we'll get there,
Okay.
Scott states that there's an understanding to the demise of his once good friend. Quote, what I'm about to share is a combination of my own firsthand experience, discernment, and subsequent conversations with those that have PhDs in psychology. That being said, I am of the perspective that Mike's personality traits suggest there are possibly three prominent things in play: narcissism, sociopathic tendencies, and high-functioning autism. So this is what Bob thought was wrong with Mike after researching and studying. During a church meeting one day before Scott would leave the KCF, he recalled them arguing. Scott said he yelled at Mike, it's about we. You, on the other hand, believe it's all about you. And he said almost Instantaneously, Mike jumped off his chair, red-faced, seething with rage. He started screaming at Scott, "It's all about me. I'm the one with the prophecies. I'm the one they're all about. I'm the one God called to lead this movement, and you all are here to serve me." Ooh. Scott knew then that Mike was on a mission of self-destruction. So let's talk about a few of the controversies that surrounded IHOPKC.
Okay.
So Mike Bickle's sexual abuses.
Mm-hmm.
On October 28th of 2023, so not that long ago,
no,
news broke that IHOPKC head pastor Mike Bickle faced allegations of sexual abuse from several women over the span of decades.
Did you say several or seven?
Several women.
Okay,
several women. The next day, the inner hashbrowns.
It's because it's IHOP.
I know.
It makes you think of the
makes
food.
You think of food. The International Hashbrowns of Prayer.
I don't dislike that name. Let's start it. We're going to start a cult immediately. Everybody, we're going to need you to send us $100.
Yes.
And it's going to be the International Hash Brown of Prayer.
There we go. Yeah. I like it. Hash brown of prayer.
Bring a tater.
Bring a tater.
And we're going to grate it.
I like it.
Fried up.
I like it. Eggs over easy. Mixed with your hash browns.
Get you a dippy egg and some toast.
That's right.
And a pancake. Go ahead.
The IHOPKC announced that Bickle had been placed on a sabbatical from all public ministry pending investigation. Mm-hmm. IHOPKC subsequently contracted with Stinson LLP to conduct the investigation. But following a viral petition for IHOPKC to choose Grace to lead the investigation, the church broke its contact with Stinson LLP and chose a local Kansas City law firm to lead the investigation. So basically what happened here is they're like, we're going to choose this person to investigate, and everybody's like, no, you need to choose somebody else. Now on February 7th of 2024.
Why did they get to choose who investigated?
You know how that is.
That
easier to cover up.
Little fishy.
Easier to cover up. Okay, so on December 22nd of 2023, IHOPKC announced that the internal investigation did confirm that Bickle had engaged in inappropriate behavior of a nature that required IHOPKC to immediately, formally, and permanently sever ties with him. Now, on February 7th of 2024, the Kansas City Star published a first-hand account of Mike Bickle's grooming and sexual abuse of Tammy Woods in the 1980s, beginning when Woods was just 14 years old and Bickle was in his mid-20s. The article details Woods' experiences, reason for not reporting until 2024, corroborating testimony from Woods' family and a close friend, and Bickle's attempt to communicate with Woods after the initial allegations were made known in 2023. So even after those allegations come out, this guy was trying to contact her, like after it came out. Mm-hmm. Like, what an ass. Mm-hmm. Mike Bickle, the founder of International House of Prayer and Pancakes, no, I'm just kidding.
I was like,
International House of Prayer, a committed sexual abuse or misconduct involving at least 17 survivors, according to the independent report released on February 3rd. Their allegations range from spiritual abuse to rape.
What is spiritual abuse?
I'm getting there. So this was a quote. Bickle, as a pastor and leader, was entrusted with the care of his congregation's spiritual well-being. However, he betrayed this trust by misusing his position of authority to engage in sexual misconduct with multiple victims. His actions not only violated the sanctity of his role, but also caused profound harm to those who he was meant to guide and protect. Ministry Watch reported on the type of spiritual abuse he used. The report names 3 women who were allegedly sexually assaulted by Bickle, 2 of those whom were minors at the time. In some instances, the report says he would use prophetic words to suggest that his actions with those minors were guided by a higher power. One survivor said Bickle would have her pray the Bible's Psalm 51, a psalm of repentance after the abuse occurred, distorting her perception of the situation. So, what exactly is spiritual abuse and how can it affect a person? I knew you were going to ask me that question. Basically, it's the taking of a religious ideology and twisting it to where you're able to manipulate, control, or harm someone. Most of the time in these religious organizations, you have a minister or someone who's an authority figure.
Yeah.
Someone who you normally wouldn't question, as they seem like they are God-fearing and they choose to speak the word. After all, this is who you're supposed to look up to. You're supposed to trust them.
Right.
Instead of teaching them and protecting them, they utilize manipulation, exploitation, isolation, and shame. They choose to gaslight using fear and intimidation to scare their target into submission. And that's how they keep them quiet, because they are a authority over the church. They're like, well, if you go tell us, nobody's going to believe you. I'm the pastor. I'm over this. Nobody's going to believe you. And that's how they kept them quiet. They make them believe that they're doing it for the good of the church or the religion, or God told them they should do it or not question it. Now, this behavior creates a toxic culture and has the trickle-down effect. Many within the organization ends up looking away, or they don't want to face what they already know in their gut. And a lot of times that's what happens, is they know something's going on, but they'd rather just avoid it altogether instead of saying something. In early 1990, 9 years before he founded IHOPKC, Mike Bickle, along with the church he pastored then, which was Kansas City Fellowship, was highly criticized by Kansas City pastor Ernie Grun of Full Faith Church of Love. Grun delivered a series of sermons and published a well-circulated 233-page document titled Documentation for the Aberrant Practices and Teachings of Kansas City Fellowship. These sermons and document criticized Bickle's teachings and documented cases of manipulative uses of prophecy at the KC Fellowship. In it, Grun accused KCF of promoting false prophets and deception. Grun also wrote, a prophet who admits he is right only 40% of the time is not only a non-prophet, he's dangerous. And specifically charged that Bickle had been deceived by Satan and that KCF prophets was prophesying by familiar spirits. So they were just kind of creating their own prophets and their own beliefs and stuff. Another few points within that document that Grun wrote was the lack of accountability for prophecies that do not come true or do not bear witness to the person receiving them in the ministry. So a lot of times they would prophesize, like a natural disaster or something, and, none of that would ever come to pass. And, they never had to speak up for why they were wrong.
Oh, that makes me, have you been on, TikTok, apparently the end of the world was supposed to happen, I don't know, like a month ago or something, sometime in September. I am
41 years old. If I had $1 for every time the end of the world was supposed to happen.
Yeah, they were supposed to be the end of the world, but you said that false prophet or whatever. Do you ever watch the TikToks on Sylvia Brown?
No.
Oh, Alisa.
No.
You've not?
I don't watch TikTok very much.
Go to TikTok and just type in Sylvia Brown. She literally did one. I'll tell you. Go ahead.
She's like,
I'll tell you at the end. Go ahead.
Okay. So another point was teaching or implying that KCF and Vineyard are an elite group, or that the leaders of a new elite group about to be revealed by God. Now, here's another controversy that we had with Mike. Death of Bethany Deaton. On October 30th of 2012, former IHOPKC intern Bethany Deaton was found dead in an apparent suicide. Days later, IHOPU student Micah Moore came forward to Grandview Police and was charged with Deaton's murder. In statements to police, Moore stated that he was part of a religious group with Bethany and Bethany's husband, Tyler Deaton. Moore also stated that while in custody, that Tyler Deaton had used his apparent influence over the group to initiate homosexual experiences with several male members of their social religious circle, primarily with Moore himself. He explained that he and Deaton were involved in a sexual relationship, but had justified it under religious experiences. So that's, again, using that spiritual abuse.
So these people are just like sexually depraved.
Oh, yeah.
But they're using religion as
scriptures and prophecies in the Bible.
Okay. It's okay to do it. Okay.
To back up the reason why it's okay.
So they're the worst.
They're the worst. Yes. Because they're taking scripture, actual scripture, and they're twisting it to where they can use it to do their shitty deeds.
Yeah. This story would have been 100% better if it was about, like, pancakes.
She's like, pancakes.
If it would have been about pancakes.
Pancakes. Now, it was allegedly through the coercion of this relationship that Moore claimed that group leader and IHOPU graduate Deaton ordered his wife's murder to prevent her from telling her therapist about sexual assaults from other men, not including Tyler, within the group. While IHOPKC materials and website listed Tyler Deaton as a division coordinator for IHOPKC friendship groups until 5 days after Bethany's death, IHOPKC officials said Tyler's group was not connected to IHOPKC or known about by the IHOPKC leadership. So at this point, they're saying that that group was a completely separate group on its own, that they didn't know about this group. They had no idea that it was even meeting or anything going on.
Sure.
So deny.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Say allegedly.
Allegedly. We had no idea. Melanie Morgan, one of Moore's lawyers, said in early December of 2012, the facts suggest Bethany Deaton's death was an unfortunate suicide, and Micah Moore had nothing to do with that suicide.
Allegedly.
But that is the IHOP case.
Georgia, that was a fast story.
That was a fast story.
So where's he at now?
As of October of 2025, Mike Bickle is not in public ministry.
October of 2025, 24? Because we're not there yet.
October of 25?
Oh, I thought you meant like October 25th.
No,
this
of 2025.
Fly is killing me.
So Mike is no longer in public ministry. He has severed ties with IHOPKC that he founded. Nobody knows his exact location because it's not publicly disclosed. He's expected to remain out of ministry indefinitely, and they are still investigating his allegations of sexual abuse. They did confirm that he was guilty of sexual misconduct with 17 women, and again, some of those were minors.
How is he out? How is he not?
I don't know.
He's just out there doing whatever he wants to.
Yeah, well, he's not. I mean, they've banned him from ministry, but who's to say that he's not preaching at some little rinky-dink church somewhere
under a different name?
A different name, because they don't. I think someone like this, someone like Mike, I think if that happens, he should be registered as a sex offender.
He absolutely should be registered as a sex offender.
Because not knowing his location is a big no-no.
I mean, he should absolutely.
Everyone should know his location.
I thought you were going to say everybody should register. I'm like, no.
No.
No, I don't want everybody knowing our location. I didn't do anything.
I didn't do it. But so
for him, yes.
This is still, I mean, this case isn't like shut down yet. Like this is still, they're still investigating and there's still things going on. But he's not in jail. It's still under investigation, which is stupid. Because if they've already tied him to 17 different people, why is he not in jail?
I don't know.
Why? What is wrong with our justice system?
I don't know. All kinds of stuff. Stop whining. Let me tell you about Sylvia Brown if you don't know.
I do not know.
You have got to get on TikTok and just type in her name. It's Brown with an E.
Okay.
But I'm sure it'll come up even if you don't. Sylvia Brown, she gives all these predictions. She was on the Montel Williams show a ton.
Oh my God.
A ton when I was growing.
Williams.
Yeah, she was on there all the time and these audience members, they'll stand up and they'll ask her something.
Is she one of these like psychic mediums?
Yes. Yes. But the worst. She's the worst.
Okay.
So like this one woman, she gets up and we've talked about psychics before, and you know how I feel about them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe them. I don't believe them as far as I could throw them, and I'm not a very strong
Psychics are really good at doing a generalization.
Well, not Sylvia. Sylvia's not. Sylvia just throws caution to the wind and says whatever she wants to and hopes something lands, and
Something
it usually
sticks.
doesn't.
She like throwing a scatty noodle at the.
She tells this one woman, she's like, this one girl gets up and she was like, something, I don't know exactly. It was her dad or brother or something. I don't know. She's like, they never found his body and all this stuff. And Sylvia's like, I see him in water. He's in the water.
I do know.
Yeah.
Listen, because the girls on Morbid was talking about her.
Yeah.
Because she's like her go-to. This woman's go-to is water.
Yeah, she's like,
Everything.
he's in water.
Water.
Honey, he's dead. He's in water. And she's like, well, we know he's dead, but he died in 9/11. And she's like, he's underwater.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, Morbid talked about that.
And then this one woman, that woman's like, what? And she was like, well, he's in water. And he's like, he died in 9/11. And then this woman was like, I feel like maybe my house is haunted or something's weird's going on or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, Sylvia's like, you need to look and see who owned the house before you, who had it before you. She's like, well, we just built the house. It's a brand new house. She goes, honey, the land. All these spirits are connected to the land. Like, you've got to look on her. Like, and she was on Montel Williams all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She's like, honey, the land.
The land.
Yeah. Look at the land. Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, she gives people like medical advice. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gives them medical advice. It's bad. Like, she screwed some people up.
Yeah.
You gotta
stay in your lane, lady.
Yeah, she can't stay in her lane anymore. She's dead.
Oh.
So, but her son is on TikTok. I went down that rabbit hole, and he looks just like her, but like
Does he act like her?
Well, I think he thinks he is a and
a medium.
Sadly, yeah.
That's sad.
That Teresa Caputo, while we're on this conversation, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
She's got the biggest hair of any human I've ever seen. You don't know who she is? Type it in right now. I want to get your. She's a medium. She's the one on that. She's the New Jersey medium.
Teresa
Caputo. It's like Caputo or something like that, or A.
Yeah, I got it. Caputo.
Look how big her hair is.
Whoa.
She has single-handedly destroyed the ozone.
Yeah.
That's the biggest hair I've ever seen. And she didn't used to be like that. Not that I don't love her hair, but she's crazy.
That's
let me see. That is a big hair.
The hair the closer to the Lord.
Honey, yes.
Honey, that's how she gets all them images.
That's right. That's how she, why
how
her hair
she absorbs.
You know why her hair's that big? It's where all of her secrets are kept.
Oh, man, that is big. Okay. So she's one of those too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know how we do see that around here. The bigger the hair, the closer to the Lord.
The closer to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
We're done.
We're done with today's episode.
Yes, we are.
So go follow us on the Spotify, on the TikTok, on the Instagram, on the Facebook at
on
Watch
all
for
the
Deer.
Things. It is October. Go get them boobies checked.
Get your
take
tatas.
a girlfriend with you. Then go have lunch.
Make it a girl's day.
Make it a girl's day.
Go get them checked.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys have a story or anything, wants to send us any gifts, message us. We love wine. We're wineless today.
We are getting ready to do something around the 1st of November. It's super exciting.
Yes, super exciting that we need to research for that.
Talk about yet? Can we talk about it?
I think we just need to wait and leave it as a surprise.
Okay.
But we're going on a short day trip.
We are going on a day trip. Yep. We're going a little north to visit somebody.
To visit another we'll just say another podcast.
Yes.
So we're excited.
We are so excited, and you'll learn more about that soon.
Yeah.
But we got to take a day off work, and we're going to load up and head north.
And then we're working on nailing down a date for one of our first live shows with the Post over in Salt Rock, West Virginia. I got the story wrote. I'm done with that story for that show. We just got to nail down a date.
Yeah, it's a little coffee house over there, and she wants us to come over, and we've not ever done a live show other than like Facebook or whatever. We're like, sure, we can do it.
Yeah. So I think what I'll do with that is we'll take all of this, we'll set up, and we'll just basically have an audience while we record and tell the story.
People come in, they get their coffee.
You know, they can ask questions and just kind of more of a live interaction type thing.
Sure.
So,
and if you know, once we get that nailed down, we'll let you know the date and time, and we may go Facebook Live for the ones who can't, be there. And
who knows what we'll do?
Yeah, it's hard telling.
Big things
are
coming.
Happening.
But y'all be safe
and
watch for pancakes.
Oh, I love pancakes.